Hi YouTubers, it is week 11. Today is April 17th, 2019. I am 6 days, 5 days post-op top surgery. I still have the tube and the therapy device right here that I have to keep with me. And on 24 hours a day, it's basically monitoring the pressure in my body, keeping everything pressurized to speed my recovery process. I am feeling significantly better than my last video immediately post-op. Not great, extremely sore and heavily medicated, but I'm definitely on the right track. I feel extremely happy that I had the surgery done, and I am beginning to get anxious about the reveal on Friday. I know that the results will be phenomenal. I went to a extremely talented surgeon in New York. He is at the top of his game. He's the Michael Jordan of top surgery. So I'm very confident in his ability, and I know that I'll be very impressed and overwhelmed that the surgery was even possible. There were people long before me and people now that don't have the means or the wherewithal to have gender reassignment surgery, and the fact that I not only had it, but I will be, for me, my definition of fully medically transitioning all in such a short period of time is nothing short of incredible. So I have a lot to cover. I actually made a list this week to make sure we don't miss anything. Like I said, it was week 11. I just did my my testosterone shot. I did change the method slightly because I was having a bit of seepage, which I've complained about to you guys for the last 4 weeks. It helped quite a bit. I slowly inserted the testosterone into my body, extremely slow. And when I was done, I left the needle in for quite a while to make sure there was no seepage, because in my opinion, any seepage is progress that's lost. So if it doesn't enter my body, it obviously cannot work. So I made sure, I was determined before I did it today that there would be no issues. So I'm happy that that's resolved. And let's see. The other thing I don't like, I don't know if some of you guys have a different method than I do, but when I initially got the syringes from the hospital, I was, the way I was shown was to change the needles to draw the testosterone. Buttercup, stop, my chihuahua. To draw the testosterone with one needle and switch to a smaller needle to inject. I do prefer that method. That's the method that I was taught, and I had no issues when I was doing it that way. Yet when I picked up my prescription from the pharmacy, they gave me one needle to do both, and it was just, it not only hurt more when I inserted it, it didn't go well. I didn't like that at all. So we go back to switching the needles like I was initially shown. That works better for me. What's the next thing? My experience with top surgery was extremely painful, and I was in quite a bit of discomfort for the first couple of days. The first 4 days were nothing short of awful. It was really bad. I'm sure it doesn't help that I have 3 Chihuahuas that I have to care for by myself. 2 of them are a little bit older, so they pretty much just lounge around. But I do have a puppy, Jeter, and he is a handful. So if you are considering top surgery, make sure that you have someone readily available to either stay with you or that can stop by and help you with things like that. Pet care, changing pads, refilling food bowls, water bowls. Dogs want to play. They understand that there's something going on with their owner, but they're not sure what, so they get a little agitated and makes them a little nervous. So luckily we're almost out of the woods with that. And what else? I scheduled my lower surgery a couple days ago. I'm very excited about that. I'm a person that once I get started, I cook with gas. So we'll have that done in November. I've decided on phalloplasty over metodioplasty because my personal opinion between the two is that would be best for me. I don't think metodioplasty is a bad option if you're choosing between the two, because everyone has different needs and different desires from bottom surgery. Metodioplasty for me would not be an acceptable option. In my mind, to be completely male and have the physical body that I should, I need to have a fully functioning, full-size penis and nothing short of that. So the fact that I would be able to urinate while standing by having metodioplasty, that's not enough. That would just not do it for me. I need to have phalloplasty. One of the reasons is for my own dysphoria. It would satisfy that. Also, I'm single now, but if I ever, or when I date someone again, I need to have, like I said, the equipment to do what I need to do and how I'm used to doing it, and to the level of expertise that I'm used to doing it, and phalloplasty will satisfy that. So, what's next? I haven't been able to exercise and since the surgery, and I've realized more and more with each growing day how important that is to my mental and physical state. So I've been finding other constructive things to keep me busy. I've been reading a lot. I've been watching a lot of vlogs. I was able to go outside today for the first time since surgery, and little things like that you take for granted. It was such a joy to be outside in New York City amongst all the noise and the traffic and the people and the smells and the rats and everything that makes the city the city. Even though it was brief, I do miss it, and I have to be careful going outdoors because I need to keep my body, obviously I'm still heavily bandaged, and I have my therapy device, so I want to keep everything very sterile and clean and keep the pressure what it should be until I have my reveal on Friday. My appointment's on Friday, so I will most likely update you guys on Friday with the results. I'm assuming that not only the tubes will come out, but I'm assuming that the bandages will be removed too. I'm not sure. I didn't ask my doctor that, so we'll find out. Next thing is I'm still heavily medicated. I take my medication every 8 hours, and when it comes close to taking it, I do notice that I have a little dip in energy and I'm feeling a little more discomfort than the 7.5 hours prior. My clothes, even though I'm heavily bandaged, are already fitting better. To have a flat chest, a little lean forward now, but to have a flat chest is it's nothing short of wonderful. And I know that the next 40 years of my life, because I've made this decision to transition, will be much better and more complete and more confident and full and satisfying than the previous 40 years. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I've decided to, because when you look good, right, you feel good. So I've decided to change up my wardrobe a little bit. What I've normally kind of run around in for the past 40 years is like t-shirts and like kind of like a preppy jock type thing, post 20s. T-shirts, hoodies, sweats. I've decided to change my wardrobe up. I'm going to spruce it up a little bit because I obviously want to present as a 40-year-old male as opposed to a 20-ish-year-old male. So I'm going to move to some button downs and changing up the colors a little bit. I really believe that the color of your clothing affects your mood quite a bit. So my nose is running. I'm not getting sick. And I'm going to go to some brighter colors and a little more mature wardrobe in the coming months. And I've gained quite a bit of weight from testosterone, so hopefully I can still stay around a size 32, 34 maybe, and a small, but I'll definitely have to change it up a little bit. And when I'm able to work out again, I will be going absolute ham in the gym, beast mode. I have a marathon coming up in October that I'll be running right before my phalloplasty. So I will train for that like I've trained for no other marathon before. I've completed 6 to date and quite a few halves and a couple of 10-milers and a stair climb. So I'm in decent shape, but I do plan to crush it in October. I will be in the best shape that I've ever been in. And that is it. High five. So excited. I will see you guys on Friday with my chest reveal. And I hope you guys are doing well. Comment down below if you have anything to add. Thank you very much. Bye.